Hey guys, this is Candle and welcome back to Final Fantasy. When we last left off, we beat Merilith and got the Fire Crystal, and now we're heading back to Crescent Lake to stock up before we go get the airship. Go get everything we need for the airship. Gotta deal with a werewolf and some goblin guards first, but I think we'll be fine, even though Jill has already been poisoned. I think she'll be fine. We've got a shit ton of antidotes, so we'll be good. Alright. One more round and this fight is over. Candle's looking good with that Ice Brand and Jack with the Claymore. Alright, let's go ahead and take care of that poison real quick. Yeah, I need to get some potions. We're out of potions. Used them all up on our second trip through the through Mount Gulg or Gulag. Or if you go back to the NES, I believe it's called Mount Gurgu in the original translation. Alright, we're almost back to Crescent Lake already. It's not that far, as long as you don't get turned around. Oh, I should have done a bolt too. That would have sped things up quite a bit. You know what? We'll do that on the next round, because we might take out a crocodile, but we ain't taking out all of them in a single round here. Alright, since we're heading back to Crescent Lake... Oh, you don't have any. Duh, I didn't use my cottage. Well then, you still have plenty though, so we'll go ahead and do that then. Alright, bye-bye crocodile, that just leaves the hydras. Alright. I think just slam out the melee attacks and I think we'll be fine. I don't expect this lasting much more than one more round, maybe? Oh yeah, definitely one more round, but not more than that. Not unless Candle and Jack both miss. Yeah, see what I mean? We're good. And we got a level up for that. Awesome. Alright, everybody leveled up. Did Carl finally reach 200 HP? Yes! 207 is now his max. Good. Alright, still gotta get out of here, though. Enemy strikes first. Uh-oh, we got a piranha, too. An Ochu, a Hydra, a piranha, and 2 crocodiles. Oh, gotta watch out for that Ochu. I think he can poison you. Ooh. No! Okay. We're just running now. That did not go well. Don't make me reload my save already. There we go. Thank you. Alright, might be a good idea to pop a memo save real quick. There we go. God damn. Jack, already, like right after we got a level up too. Already he's down. And this is his first KO, isn't it, in this playthrough? Oh, wow. And there goes Jill. We got ambushed. Alright, Candle should be fine. I'm not too worried about Candle, but Carl might end up getting dropped here in a bit. Alright, we're almost there, though. There we go, we're out of the river. And facing off against a couple of Hill Gigas. Poor Carl. He's on his last legs almost. Alrighty. Crescent Lake. First off, let us revive our people. There we go. We can pick up a couple level 6 spells as well. So that's good. Can't max out our level 6 spell books just yet. But we'll be able to pick up a couple more. Alright. First off, let's go to the item shop. Before we start buying spells, let's go to the item shop. And sell off some of our loot that we don't need. Like the staff, the mithril shield, the steel plate, and the mithril axe. Alright, then let's go ahead and max out our potions. There we go, antidotes. Alright. And I think... give me 2/10, and that will be it for now. Alright, so now... magic! Magic time. Alright, so you have Stona. I need a space for Warp 2. But I think Invis 2 might be better? Maybe Shield 2. I don't know. Our Red Wizard could potentially learn that, so I think we'll take Invis 2. Oh, I gotta fix my formation still, too. We'll do that as soon as we get our Black Magic spell here. Alright, what do I want? Really, any of these. Stun could have done well against Marilith, but there aren't really any other bosses weak to it. I think we'll go ahead and take Quake just because. And that is it. Alright, let's fix our formation real quick. There we go. All we had to do was swap Jack and Carl. Alright. That good-for-nothing husband of mine. Alright. I think he's awake now, though. I've been looking for the Levistone for 10 years. I'm sure the cave north of this town has something to do with it, but my wife will go berserk if I go. We will go check that out. That's actually where we need to go next. I want to check out the sages real quick, though. They do say to come back after you defeat the fiends. We've defeated one. I don't think they really change what they say. Yeah, you don't change. You don't change. You don't change. Nope. Nope. Nothing new there. Or here. Oh, restore all 4 and then return here. Okay. So yeah, these guys aren't going to say anything else either, are they? Forces must be turned in the right direction. 400 years ago, the wind howled. 200 years ago, the water raged. And earth and fire. Alright. So yeah, and you don't have anything new either. Yeah. Alright. Well, let's just heal at the inn then, real quick. And then it's time to move on. Alright, welcome. 200 gil. Let's go ahead and use it. Now, the next dungeon is another one that's kind of designed for 2 trips. And the way it actually works is it has 1 entrance, but 2 exits. Because you can go back out the way you came in. However, once you get to a certain point in the dungeon, you can't. You have to push forward to the 2nd exit. And also, if you want to get all the loot, or at least the key item, you basically have to run like half the dungeon the 2nd time. Anyways, let's cross the lake here. Go back to our ship. Alright, we just got a troll. Troll's nothing. A troll is nothing. Alright. So we want to go up this way. And through here. Now, there's a port here you can use. Of course, we ran into fights immediately. You know, I don't want to use magic just yet if I can avoid it. Because we're going to need it in the next dungeon. So this fight might take a few extra rounds. But I think we'll be okay. The Candle can one-shot the Sahagin now. Jack can one-shot the Sahagin now, it looks like. You know, it's only Jill and Carl that can't. So, 1 more round should do it. There we go. Alright. Come on, Jack. Or Carl. Carl can do it. Okay, good. So, you have this port right here. However, because we have the canoe, we can actually disembark from the ship at the mouths of rivers. And what this does is, if you open up our world map here, so there's a couple places we can do this. So the first one is like right here to get these northern waterways. That's where we need to go. But there's also down to the south here and over to the west here and like up over this way and stuff. You can dock the ship there if you really want to. Although there's not really much reason to do most of those. What's really interesting though, and you can do it up here by Matoya's Cave too. What's really interesting is this northwestern continent. Yeah, that river is entirely internal. You can't get there. You have to use the airship to get to that continent. This one, however, you can get to that little gold thing there that's like right on the west side, the left side of the screen, using that. So you can actually go do that early if you want to. You're not supposed to until after this next dungeon that we're going to do, but you can go there early if you really want to. If you're very enterprising. However, the rest of this continent is locked off to you because of mountains and stuff like that. Alright, so what we want to do is we're actually going to go this way. And let's pop a memo save real quick. No, wrong freaking buttons. Alright, I said let's pop a memo save real quick, thank you. So yeah, a little bit of a spoiler there. We're heading towards the Ice Cavern. So I think you want to take the first north and then go east so you can continue north. And then I think you stay to the south here. You just continue straight west. You don't hook north again. I think. I could be misremembering it. I always get a little bit twisted around on this one. Ugh, freaking Yochu. Yeah, the early precursor to the Marlboro. I don't think those actually appear until Final Fantasy II. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll pop a Cure 3. Or not. We'll be able to use potions out of the combat. That is much better. Alright. Yeah, there are a number of classic enemies that first appear in Final Fantasy 1, but I think most of the classic bestiary starts appearing in Final Fantasy 2 and 3. Is where you get most of them. Things like the behemoth and the flans. We have like the oozes here and the slimes, which are kind of precursors to the flans. But I think those appear later. I think we want to go this way. Hold up, I need to check my map. Switch maps. Yes, I chose correctly. That would have been a dead end up there. That little cave there, that's where we need to go. Alright. We're almost out of the water. Freaking Hydra and Crocodile. Alright. Trying to avoid using magic so I don't have to use a cottage before going in. It's like I want to use a tent, but not a cottage. Alright, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We just got 2 Hydras to deal with. We can handle this. We can do this. But yeah, the next dungeon is pretty short, but it can also be a pain in the ass. Because there are some pretty strong monsters in here. Pretty strong encounters, rather, not specifically the individual monsters. Well, some of them are really strong. But, like, some tough encounters, like random encounters. And a couple forced encounter points that can also be pretty tough. Alright. Really? A single tarantula? Well, you are nothing at this point. Alright. I'll take it. Alright, let's do a tent. There we go. We'll go ahead and save. Alright. We are almost halfway through the game. Usually, I think, like, the airship is about halfway through, like, once you get the airship. Alright, so yes, welcome to the Ice Cavern. Where we have this really long passage here. And specters, yeah, they're nothing really to worry about. A little bit rough, but it is some undead. So this is the Ice Cavern, so predictably a lot of the monsters in here, you know, including, of course, the undead ones, are weak to fire. So that's why I didn't really want to use magic. I want to hold and save my fire spells for when we really need them in here. And we will need them. There will be a couple fights where we really need them. Alright, so first off, we want to go down this really long passage and wind our way south. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. We got ambushed by 6 fucking cockatrices plus a mummy. Mummies can put us to sleep. Don't forget that. The cockatrices can petrify you. So this is bad. Fuck. This is a gamble. This is a really big gamble. So that's 1. That's 2. Oh, fuck. No. No. And now the other fire too. Oh, 472 experience. And Jill didn't get any of it. Because we look at status. Carl, 8035 to the next level. Jill, 8507 to the next level. Ugh. Well, we are like right at the beginning of the dungeon, so we'll just go ahead and reset. No, not the memo. No, not the memo. Not the memo. It's just load. The memo was on the waterway. The save, the actual save, was just outside. Alright. I am going to do a new memo here, though. Oh, yeah. Again. The crystals. Wrong fucking order. Why is it fire and then earth when you have to do the earth crystal before the fire crystal? Because the sages will not give you the canoe unless you've already beaten the lich. Ugh, either way. Goddamn cockatrices. Fucking hell. Already. Same fucking fight. Alright, you know what? Alright, there we go. We'll do that. Same thing we tried before, but hopefully we can get through without getting stoned. Without getting petrified. Alright. Thank fucking God we made it through that time. Alright. Much better. Actually, you know what? Let's pop another memo save. Right before another fight. What do we got? Well, at least there's only 3 of them this time. But seriously? Alright, I'm going to... I don't want to use too many fire 2s if I can avoid it. Especially no fire 3s. But I'm going to do that. And... actually, you know what? No. We'll do that. Give me a Dia 2. And... attack. It's a risk. I know it's a risk. Alright, we're okay. We're okay. A little bit worried about that last cockatrice. This should deal with most of the mummies. They should be gone, pretty much. Alright, 1 left, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, we're good. We're good for this round. Alright, it's a risk, I know, but... okay, 1 left. Come on. Okay, good. Oh, thank God. Alright, we made it through. Alright, a little bit further south we gotta go. Fucking hell. Why so fucking many? Alright, we're gonna run. Alright, that is just not worth it. Alright. Oh, seriously? I was about to talk about one of the cool things about this dungeon. And now we have Pisco Demons. Facing off against Pisco Demons. Don't forget they can hit hard, but Pisco Demons as regular enemies. I'm gonna have to heal after this fight. If we just slam through the physical attacks. You know, it'll take a number of rounds, but we'll get through. Especially if they keep targeting Candle. Oh, of course you missed. Alright, come on. Good. Ooh, that was a little bit of a hard hit, but we're okay. Alright, no more Pisco Demon. Alright, let's go ahead and heal real quick. Top everybody off or get him close. Jill is the one I'm really worried about, but a little bit on Carl too. But Jill was really worried about. There we go. Alright, I already used a quarter of our potions. Alright, so there's the stairs down. But look down in the lower left corner. There's the stairs leading up. That actually is the second exit. So again, that is how we actually leave this dungeon. Alright, but let's go down here. This is just a simple loop. You can go down or left, either way. We need to go this way. To go down to, I think, the smallest map in the game. I think it is the next one. Yes. Yes, it is. Alright, right after we deal with these specters who can paralyze you. Oh, that's not good. Alright, we will have Jack run. Because I do not want to frickin' risk being stun locked. Oh, thank God for the buckler. Alright, we're doing okay. Alright, we're good. Alright. There's just 2 left. We could still be stun locked if we're not careful. But not anymore. Oh, fuck. We might end up getting stun locked here. No, we're good for this round. Oh, and Jill popped out, and so did Candle. Good. Alright, so the smallest map in the game. Ready? Look at how tiny that is. The whole thing fits on one screen, and it's literally just 3 tiles over and 1 down. Alright, so this is where the real meat of this dungeon comes into play. The real new mechanic, the tour de force. Alright, see those cracks on the floor? Yeah, don't step on them. Not only will you break your mother's back, but you will fall to the next level and have to run like the whole dungeon all over again in order to get the 2 chests here. But now we're facing off against Dark Wizards, who are a palette swap version of Astos with like most of the same abilities. And that is not good. Alright. Fuck. Are these guys weak to anything? I need to look at my guide. Oh, is that the past one? Yes. Dark Wizard, they are not weak to anything, but they only have about 100 health. Alright, I need a heal 2, and we will pop off an ice 2 for good measure. Fuck. Oh my god. Instant death. And my last memo save was like 3 floors behind. Oh, man. They ain't joking around. Oh, back here. Well, at least the dungeon's kind of small. But we do have to deal with all of these again. And I'm like, seriously? Oh my god. That was not good. What the fuck? Come on. Alright. Gotcha. Oh my god. Oh no. Alright, just run. Just run. Thank you. Good, we made it out. Alright, so we made it down. Yo, let's do another memo save real quick. Alright. And over again. Ugh. Wraiths and Spectres and its preemptive strike. Great. I love it when that happens. Alright, just slam through this fight lickety-split. Of course, Carl got paralyzed. Oh, come on. Good. Perfect. Alright, we can do this. We can do this without getting stun locked. I thought we could do this without getting stun locked. We should still be able to do this without getting stun locked. Carl's the only one who's been paralyzed, so I think we should be okay. There we go. Perfect. All right. Go down here. Then over. All right, let's go ahead and heal real quick. Good news is we got back most of our potions that we used. Bad news is we have to use them now to heal up again. There we go. Alright, let's go ahead and pop a memo while we're at it. Alrighty. Ugh. Right outside the room. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the Dark Wizards are on encounter points. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's do a Fire 2 to make quick work with these guys. Also a Dia 2. And a Fire 2. We'll see what gets popped off first. Well, not that Dia 2, that's for sure. Alright, Fire 2. Alright, most of them. The other Fire 2 will take care of the rest. So will Candle. There we go. That's what I like to see. A whole bunch of experience in Gil. Alright, so you gotta be careful. Don't dash. Oh, seriously again? You know what? I'm not gonna use the magic on this. We're gonna run. We're gonna try to run. While also whittling down their numbers. Well, that didn't quite work. Oh, and now Candle's been stunned, been paralyzed, been stunned. I was gonna say stun locked, so that's why I paused. Alright, Jack. Okay, you two flee again. Come on. There we go. That's what I like to see. Alright, let's go ahead and do a memo save. So we don't have to do all that all over again. And Dark Wizards. Right? Yes, but only one this time. Although it's an ambush, so that's not good. But still, one is better than none. Alright, let's do a heal 2. Fucking hell, not poison again. Oh my god. But we lost 2. So let's restart. You know, do a soft reset and restart it. It's like that was the best scenario we could get. Just, well, almost the best scenario. But just one Dark Wizard. You know, one Dark Elf. Try this again. So now we're facing off against 3. You know? Alright, let's do a null fire. And let's do an ice 2. Actually, you know what? Screw that. Let's show off Quake. Let's see what Quake does. Oh, got rid of one of them. That's another instant death spell. Fuck me. Fuck. Oh my god. What the fucking hell? They have Fire 3? Seriously? Oh my god. Well, let's try it again. 3rd time's a charm, right? Even though this is technically our 4th time trying to do this fight. Okay, an ambush. And you're starting off with another Fire 3. Well, at least it's not as bad this time. Alright, let's try the heal 2, and you, let's do a potion. Alright, so that helps a little bit. Okay, not bad. That didn't work. And there goes poison. Fucking hell. If it lands, it's instant death. Maybe I should try using poison on them. I have no idea. How many? And you guys are going to laugh when you see how much trouble I'm going through for what's in this chest. But I did promise to open every chest. Alright, let's start with a null fire. And let's try a poison. Good hit, good hit. So that's 1 done. And of course he starts off the fucking Fire 3. Alright, does the poison work? Of course it fucking missed. Well, at least a null fire will help a little bit. Oh, it missed. Come on. No! No! No, 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 no! Oh my god. Should I just take the L? Finish the fight with whoever is left standing? I don't want to. I want to see if I can actually beat the game without losing anybody. You know, without finishing a fight, without, you know, everybody having the same level, same experience, everything. Alright. The only thing that would have made this better was a preemptive strike instead of an ambush. Finally did it. Okay, good. Now laugh. All that for a fucking shirt. You know, the developers are starting to troll you now. Starting to troll the players. You gotta go all the way around to get this other one. This other one you actually do want. It is a good thing. Alright. We can deal with this Dark Wizard. Oh, a little bit worried about that. Okay, we're okay, but we're gonna have to heal. Fuck me. Oh. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay. Alright. I'm actually kind of wishing I'd done the face cam for this because you guys should be seeing my actual reactions every time something like that happens. I'm whinging and cringing and wincing and But no face cam. I could turn it on, but all you'll see is my empty chair because I'm not sitting at my desk. I'm sitting at my couch in front of my desk. So I can play this on my big TV. Oh man. We're already down to almost half of our potions. And we're like, well, I mean, we are about halfway through the dungeon. So there's that. But yeah, we're down to half the potions. Alright, let's do a memo save real quick. All right. Flame sword for this one. That is a good upgrade. So we'll go ahead and give that. See, it's lower stats. It's lower stats than the Ice Brand, but we're in the Ice Cavern. Most of the monsters here are weak to fire. So that's actually a good upgrade there. And we'll go ahead and give the Ice Brand to Jack. All right. So now you can step on any of the cracks here to progress. What we want is that little diamond, you know, like right below us here. That's what we actually want, but we can't get there from here. We have to drop down here, and it'll drop you into this room where we're going to pop a memo save because we have an encounter point here against a bunch of undead that can paralyze us. And I don't think you can run away, but it's a full house. So we're going to pop a fire 2, a Dia 2, another fire 2, and we should be okay. Now again, the way this dungeon is structured, we're going to have to do this again. Because once we get our prize, the only way out is through the cracks and doing this floor again. There we go. All right. Let's pop a memo save. And on this floor, we also encounter spiky ice tiles, which, just like the magma, damage you over time. All right, let's do a memo save. Because we have a possibly difficult encounter point here. Yeah, against the white dragon. They're weak to fire. So let's do a fire. You know what? Let's pop off a heal 2 on everybody. And let's do another fire 2. I don't think they have that much health, but they are weak to fire, so that helps. But you can encounter like up to 2 of them here, and we're gonna have to cross over this tile again as well. There we go. There we go. Candle with that fire sword. All right, but it's worth it. It's really is worth it because we get the ice armor here, which, just like the fire armor, protects against ice magic. Actually, it has the same stats as the flame mail, but again, it protects against ice damage. So we'll go ahead and take that, pop the memo. Got some mithril gloves, which we don't really need at this point because we already have them, and Candle's the only one who can in our party who can equip them. But it's still worth grabbing them because we can sell them for some extra gil. See, we got 2 white dragons now. All right, let's go ahead. We'll pop a fire 3. And I think let's do a null ice. And pop a fire 3. That might one-shot them. I'm not sure. Nope, not quite. But now we have Ice Storm. Which, yeah, that's why I want... Oh, there we go. That's exactly what I was worried about. Oh my god, so many resets. But this is my personal challenge. Alright, get the mithril gloves and then back across. 2 frickin' white dragons. Alright, let's try this again. Exact same call order. Good. Candle went first. Physical attack, good. As long as they don't do Ice Storm, we're good. Well, even if they do Ice Storm now, it might be okay. But that should be the end of one white dragon now. With the other going bye-bye after this one. Awesome. All right. Let's go ahead and pop a memo. Don't want to face them again. We don't have to do that anymore. However, we do have one more room on this floor with loot. All right, we want to go this way because that's a dead end. And that is also a dead end to the left and to the right. So we actually want to go down south and then to the left. And then we got Mind Flares. These are like Pisco Demons, but stronger. So... Oh, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Alright, there's one dealt with. Fucking hell. Oh my god. I forgot that they did that. I forgot that they did that. That they have a chance for instant death on a physical attack. Oh my god. Oh, why did I do that? I could have just tried to run. That was a regular encounter. I'm an idiot. I could have just tried to run and then revived him outside of combat. Oh well, we're not that far back. Alright. Okay, bunch of specters, we can deal with that, no problem. These guys are not an issue. As long as we can hit them. There we go, Jack doing some good damage now. With that ice brand. Alright, we're almost through. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and heal up real quick, though. Yeah, Carl's the one I'm a bit worried about. There we go. Pop a memo. Alright, down and to the left. What do we got? Oh, fucking hell. Oh my god, we got ambushed by fucking dark wizards. 4 of them. It's a good thing I just memo saved. Alright, I think we might be able to run, since I'm pretty sure this is a regular fight. Fucking poison. And another fire 3. That next fire 3 would have wiped us, because all we had left was Jack. Oh, thank God for memo saves. Ah! Blood bones. Okay, we can deal with them. They're not tough. No, Candle handles them, no problem. Jack handles them, no problem. Now, Jill and Carl still need a little bit of help. It's not too bad. There we go. Perfect. All right. Let's do a memo real quick. Just to be on the safe side. Alright, what do we got? More blood bones. Okay, no problem. Alright. Good. Alrighty. And we're going to pop a memo here because these might be trapped. These treasure chests. So we got a bunch of gil here. Like shit tons of them. Yep, I figured. I knew there was going to be one within the counterpoint. Yeah, with winter wolves. And these guys know Ice Storm as well, so let's go ahead and pop off a couple Fire 2s. And you know what? Let's do a Heal 2 as well. Alright, last Fire 2. For Carl. Alright, one left. There goes the Ice Storm. Oh, not too bad. It's kind of hoping Candle could have gotten in before Carl, but oh well. There we go, not bad. Alright, so we got a little bit of gil there, and quite a bit there. Alright, so let's go ahead and heal real quick. Top everybody up off. Or get them close at least. There we go. Alright. Right as soon as we try to leave. Excuse me. It's just blood bones, so I'm not too worried. While that round is going, I'm getting a little warm. I gotta take my hoodie off. There we go. Much better. On. There we go. Good, 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 good. All right. So now we want to go to the right here. Please, no mind flayers. Fuck me. Oh my god. Why? I don't think I've ever encountered this many dark wizards in this dungeon before. Just fucking why? Oh my god. And that they're almost always ambushes too. Like, what the hell? Alright. There we go. Made it up. Oh, we made it all the way up. Okay, let's do a memo save. I was getting a little bit nervous as we got closer to the stairs there. Alright. Fuck. If you guys could just see my face now. I should have tried to run. I should have tried to run. Oh my god. Fucking 7 Pisco Demons? No, that's it. Next round, we're running. Like, I'll probably still have Candle and Jack go, because they can pretty much almost one-shot these, but Jill and Carl are definitely running. At least trying to, for this round. Oh my god, it is so hard to run from these guys, though. Okay. Okay, we're good. I would have laughed if Carl actually succeeded in running that time. Alright. Oh, we're okay. Alright, so we got a potion there. Let's go ahead and take this opportunity to heal a bit. We're starting to run low on potions. We are almost done with this dungeon, so that's good at least. Alright, let's go ahead and save. We want to go through this door, and then down here. To get 10,000 gil, let's do another memo save. Alright. So, we're back on the first floor. The exit... No, do not step on that crack yet. The exit is right up there in the corner. We want to get this treasure. There we go. Go ahead and equip that ice shield. Alright, pop another memo. Now, we could leave right now, but of course, what we actually need to progress, we have to step on the crack and break my poor mother's back. And then be very careful here and get into an encounter with a mini-boss, which is, again, one of the really easy ones. Like, don't let his appearance intimidate you. You can pretty much steamroll this guy if you have a couple strong melee fighters. Like, seriously. Honestly, that might even be an easier boss fight than the vampire. But that is like the last easy. Well, no. I would say that's the last easy boss fight. There's another mini boss fight that's not that difficult, but maybe 2 mini boss fights that aren't that difficult. Anyways, we got the Levistone, and that was the whole reason we came here. And of course, we have to run like half the dungeon again, including the encounter here with a nearly full gamut. Alright, let's just do a Fire 3, Dia 2, Fire 3. Yep, of course you get paralyzed, but Jack should take care of all of them now. There we go, good. Alright. Now we don't have any other loot to get, we just need to make a beeline for the exit. Alright, go this way. Alright, let's do a memo real quick. I knew it. I knew we were about to get into another fight. Oh, it's only blood bugs. Okay. That's not too bad. I was worried it was going to be more dark elves or mind flayers or heaven forbid. But some blood bones, that is perfectly fine with me. Alright. And then up here. Alright. Now we just need to get to the exit. So we're gonna go up this way. Not mind flayers, not mind flayers, not mind flayers. Okay. Just blood bugs. That is perfectly good. Alrighty. There we go. We are almost out of here. We are almost out. Oh, thank God. We made it outside, finally. We have our Levistone, a mysterious rock that floats in the air. Now, if you remember, we've already encountered NPCs that have told us what to do with it. We just don't know where to go. And it took me ages to figure out, not specifically where to go, that's easy to figure out, you just gotta look it up, but to figure out how the game expects you to know where to go. Because it's not anywhere that's on the map. That, it's not anywhere marked on the map. It's an unmarked location. One of only 2 unmarked locations in the game. All the rest are marked, whether they're dungeons or towns. All the other locations are marked. And, nobody nearby tells you where to go. However, what you actually have to do is go all the way back to Elfheim, so that's what we're going to do now. And it took me ages to figure this out. And I just happened to go back to Elfheim on a whim at one point, because I'm like, I'm going to figure out, how the game expects you to know this. So I was, backtracking to, every single town. Because I was like, I have to know. I have to know how they expect you to know this. I should have had you target the Ochu. Oh, that's not too bad. I was a little bit worried that the Ochu was not going to take electric damage. Now, it's not as weak to it as the other monsters around here, but it's not too bad. So, just the fact that I told you we're going back to Elfheim, if you've been paying attention, you might have already figured out who tells us where we need to go to get the airship. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to sail around south here. And we could go directly east and back through the canal, but we're actually just going to sail around south. Because there's a port on the southern end of the continent that gets us, right below Elfheim. Alright, pop off some bolts. And this will actually be the second to last time we visit Elfheim. We'll only need to visit one more time. But we're not quite ready for that final time yet. right. Ah, we're so close. Oh, preemptive strike against a shark? That's nothing. There we go. Alright. Oh, I went too far north. There we go. See what I mean? Directly below Alfheim. Alright. So, where do we have to go? Who do we have to talk to? Well, let's see what this guy has to say. From the sands below the crescent rises something. Use the Levistone to free it from its cage. So yeah, that's the guy who tells you where to go. And I think this other one tells you about where to get the Levistone. Yeah, I see a cave above a crescent. Yes, it lies north of a volcano. So these are the elven sages, the one that said they were waiting for their visions. They're who tell you where to go. So what we actually need to do is we already passed where we actually need to go. We need to come back here. And go to... You can go over land from Crescent Lake if you really want to. But the quickest and easiest way is to sail the ship to the mouth of a river. And go from there. And which river specifically? Well, that would be over the one over this way. Right here. Right before we were about to sail up the river. Alrighty. Good, good, good. So right down here, and then up into this desert. After we deal with these centipedes. You know what? Screw it. Deal with them quickly with some fire threes. So I'm not sure how this is going to play out. In later versions of the game, you only have to walk into the desert and it automatically takes care of it for you. In the NES version, you have to go into the desert and actually use the Levistone, or the floater as it's called in that version. So we'll see if it's automatic or not, but first off we need to deal with this poison. Oh goody, we gotta level up too. Perfect timing. Alright, let's go ahead and deal with the antidotes. Deal with the poison. Thank you. Alright, is it automatic? It is not. Alright, so you come in here, into the desert, and go to key items, and then just use the Levistone. So maybe it's the Game Boy Advance onward that it changes that. So yeah, this is the Lycian Desert, or the Lycian Desert. Definitely from the PlayStation, the PSP version onward. You get this nice little cinematic here of the airship rising out from below the sands. Yeah, this is an airship that uses fans. It's not one using a balloon to keep afloat. This uses fans, you know, spinning rotors. So we obtained the airship. A little cinematic there, but we got it. Alright, so interesting thing about the airship. Notice where it's parked right now. It's parked on the desert. As soon as we step onto it and pick it up, yeah, the world goes a little bit 3D, but if we try to land again, it won't let us. You can't land the airship on the desert tiles, which is the stupidest thing, because we just picked it up from the desert. But I get why they did that. You also obviously can't land it on the mountains. You can't land it in the ocean. This is an airship, not a sea ship. You can't land it in the rivers. You can't land it in the forests. Can you land it in the marshlands? You can't land it in marshlands. You can only land it on free and clear. Here. Come on, there we go. On free and clear grass tiles. That's the only place you can do that. Which kind of sucks. Because it means that we're still going to have to walk to most of our, continuing destinations. But for now, I think we will go back to Cornelia and restock here. Alright, sell off our loot. This damn shirt that we don't need. The mithril gloves. The claymore for sure. Now let's go ahead and sell the flame mail and the flame shield. We don't need those. Alright, and in return we'll buy up a whole bunch of potions. Whole bunch of sleeping, or antidotes. And you know what? Let's get a shit ton of sleeping bags as well. We don't need them, but we'll get them anyways, because we have the gil. We got a shit ton of gil. Although, that's going to disappear here soon. Alright, let's go ahead and heal at the inn as well. And I think I've been going for an hour, and I have other stuff to do tonight. So I think we're going to call it here. Yeah, I've been going for just over an hour. We're going to save real quick, and then we're going to call it here. That way I don't fall behind on videos. I'm recording this the day before Resident Evil 9 comes out. I'm really excited to play that. I'm not doing it for the channel. If I ever do the Resident Evil games, we'll do them in chronological order, pretty much. Might start with 0, might start with 1. I'm not sure which. We'll probably start with 1 and then go on from there. But which versions and so on, I don't know. Anyways, that is it for now. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe.